What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Don't Be Sour. I'm your host, Max Tuning, here with Guma, Jojo Bean, and special guest, Miss Nala Guzman.
Here we go.
How come you don't take Nala everywhere with you like I do, dude?
It's a good question. I don't take her everywhere because she freaks out. If there's any weather freak out, she's like, it's like, what's your dog doing kind of moment. But she's with Heidi most of the time. Like if she's not with me, then she'll be with Heidi. So it's kind of, we split.
You know, with Dude, I spoke him into existence of how cool he'd be. He's behind me, by the way. I never really planned on being like the guy who just brings his dog everywhere. But I feel like I established it well enough that whenever you see Dude with me, it's not like, oh, Max brought his fucking dog. It's just more like...
It's established for sure.
It's just like, oh, yeah, Dude's always with Max.
I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
It's wild that now I have to ask like a whole week out, but...
The average size is not 3 inches, Christian, okay? That's a you problem.
Next Friday, Dallas is opening up a brand new club, right? And he invited us. I said yes. So my question is, do you guys want to come?
Is it the same one that Taylor got? Is it the restaurant one?
Yeah, I think it's like a fancy night.
I think everyone got invited to this.
Yeah, not to be asked, but I think everyone got invited.
I got a damn table, guys. I got a table.
Wait, did you get the little skull invite thing?
No.
No.
Is it that restaurant?
I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's different.
No matter
It's like
what,
a brand new club.
Next Friday.
Yeah.
You know what? I would love to go. You know why? Because that is the day that we launch the new candy celebration,
Chill,
bitches.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
Hey, speaking
Taylor
of...
will go too?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Heidi's okay. All right, great. We got our table.
That's all we need, man. Hey, speaking of the little updates...
You're going to drink, right?
On a Friday?
What do you mean on a Friday? What are you doing on Saturday?
We're drinking.
I've always liked to drink on Saturdays, so then Sunday can be hungover. Now I'm wasting... Now my whole Saturday is gone.
Probably the whole weekend's gone, but yeah.
Oh, because we're going to get fucking litty.
Yeah, and we have a whole week to get prepared.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, that Friday, launching the new candy, which we can't say just yet, but you guys like it. Joe's likes it a lot.
I love it, yeah.
We have had some people see
love
it. They said it a little early in Target, so I've had like a bunch of people already buy it.
Are you reposting?
No.
Okay.
I just keep responding to everyone's messages and just going like, I've never seen this before in my life. But the feedback's really, really good on it. So the new Sour Strips candy launches this Friday, June 7th, but it'll be nationwide and Target out of the gate, which is pretty cool.
Damn.
It's really good.
So all your Instagram posts and everything goes out and starts Friday?
So we'll start teasing it like Monday, and then we fully announce it on Wednesday the 5th, and then it'll go live online like on the 7th. But it'll be in Target. Probably by the time you're watching this, you could go and find the new product before we actually announce it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
Thank you. We're doing a billboard. What's your thoughts on me spending $10,000 each for 2 billboards, $20,000 marketing?
It's right off.
Yeah, no, but what do you think about billboards?
I think it's cool you're doing it. I actually, when you showed me like where it was and stuff and how much it was, I was like, damn, I should copy and do that right after your month's done. I'll pop an Alpha Land one up there, you know?
What do you think about it, Joe? You hate everything.
Yeah. I'm sure there is, I don't know. I feel like statistically like 10 grand on Facebook ads is going to get you more traffic and more sales.
Sure.
I don't know when to justify a billboard over, like I don't know how to justify the billboard over, maybe you're reaching people that wouldn't be on social media.
I think the Instagram pick will be worth it.
I think it's literally...
Yeah, I guess that's kind of more of the...
It's literally
like the cool
just
factor.
it's cool factor. What's interesting when you go to sign up for, I mean, just in case anyone is gonna buy a billboard, they send you like, you kind of tell them your budget, and then they send you all these different options of like different locations or availability of when you want to do it, and then on each billboard it's different priced because of the like reach that it has based on how many cars. So some billboards would be like, this billboard could have 700,000 impressions across 4 weeks. But I'm like, I had some people almost call me stupid thinking that I'm gonna have some crazy ROI. Instead, it was dumb that I was doing it locally in Houston. I was like, why would that matter? Where if I did it in Los Angeles or Houston or Tennessee?
Do you know what city has the most like dense Target?
I mean,
like,
it'd probably be
LA or...
wherever the most Well, I would say not where the most traffic is. It's where the most cars go because traffic would make.
What are you talking about for billboards or for sour
Like,
strips?
what's the city with like the most amount of targets? Like, do you know that?
Oh, you're saying like what's the most sour strip?
Target heavy
city.
Oh.
It probably is Houston, just 'cause,
No,
like
it'd honestly be like Los Angeles. Like artist strip, we're like big in like like 20 miles north of LA and 20 miles south, like right in Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles, California. We're like pretty
'Cause
saturated.
it's rainbow.
What?
That's probably why. Anyway,
Well, we're super excited for this billboard, and they put it up so the day after this pod goes up. They're putting it up a Tuesday. Have you ever seen physically a billboard get swapped out?
No, are you gonna film it?
Yeah, I'm gonna film it.
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
get out there like 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m.
Get a drone up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That video would be worth it.
I saw this is law firm in Houston. He put his billboard upside down.
I've seen that a bunch, and
Yeah, it's genius because
it's not.
Yeah, everyone was posting it and like adding him like, "LOL, you are so stupid. You put it upside down." But, like he did it because of that. He was reposted like 1 million times online because of that.
or there's people like me who didn't repost it and just went, "That's stupid."
I know, but how many people did? Like, no one's gonna take a picture of your billboard that doesn't know you. But in that case, people were taking pictures because it was funny. A company accidentally put it upside down.
It would be better if he
genius
did
marketing
it.
tactic.
He just put a regular billboard and flipped it upside down. He
Yeah.
didn't do like an upside down billboard where like there was a word that like, oh, you're like relayed to accident, like car flip over. Like
I
car
thought that
flip.
would have been funny, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I feel like I would, if I had a billboard coming up in like a month, I would overthink what that was going to look like a motherfucker. Like, what do you, is it artwork that you have? Like, is it like your masterpiece, like really thought out?
Well, luckily they actually have like design firms in house that'll do it for you. So you kind of give them the idea, and so they basically took a early concept of what I was envisioning and kind of added a little more pizzazz to it. It's essentially just with everything sour strips. It's always just kind of like our 8 assets just kind of moved around and placed on top of each other. There's not like a lot of graphic creation. It's more about just like placements and stuff. But after the billboard goes up, you get to keep the billboard. I mean, the vinyl billboard thing. So they give them to you. They're 15 feet by 40, I think it is. So I'm going to hang those bitches up in my warehouse. And then if you want to do a billboard again, it's a little bit cheaper because you already have the billboard. So like I think you'd save like $3,000 or something. You know, it's wild. When I get like a vinyl backdrop made for an event, it takes 2 weeks to make a 8x8, but they can make this billboard vinyl in 2 days.
Damn,
Probably because it's all like in house.
that's wild. That's exciting.
Hey, you know, in relation to that upside down thing, see, Jeep has a phrase that says, if you can read this, flip me over, and you put the sticker, and the idea is that, so if you upside down it, it's a play on it, right? And so that's the better way you should have done the billboard. But speaking of that, any moment now,
Jeep.
the new Jeep event it might be happening while this podcast is going live.
Oh, is it today?
I get to find all the, so you can reserve it tomorrow. They're
Yeah.
they're like revealing all the details today.
Max.
Hold on,
White. It's in white with the dark wheels.
Have you seen it?
With the orange interior.
I don't really like the
Is that what you're
wheels.
gonna do?
I'm hoping they give me options.
It's not cool. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
three-
sorry. I know you're so excited about this, but
Why? Why?
because it's not. I thought it was a Trackhawk replacement.
It is.
It's not.
It's 0.1 second faster
It's
with the
all
rolling.
of the ads. It's a Model Y. I thought it was a full size
electric.
SUV. No, it's small. It's like a Porsche Macan size. Like it's a small SUV.
No, it's not that
yes,
small,
it is.
bro.
They've had it side by side with the Model Y, and they're the same size.
Like the Range Rover, smaller Range Rover.
Like the Velar,
Sport.
not the Sport. No, it's smaller than the
Oh,
Sport.
shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's not his size. It's smaller. So now it's like this like electric commuter SUV, and it's the same speed as a Model Y Tesla, which is a $60,000.
It's 3.4.
My truck is a
0 to 60.
3.4, and it's a pickup truck.
I want it.
I'm just saying it's not like the Trackhawk was a sick SUV. This is just like an electric Jeep. They
How
didn't
long
really
did
do
you
anything
have a
special.
Trackhawk? You had one.
I never
for-
had a
Never had
Trackhawk.
one.
Oh.
He wasn't cool enough for that. Look,
Hey.
I'm happy for you. I just don't think it. I thought it was a special thing. It's just kind of an electric Jeep.
I still don't know why they're calling it the Wagoneer
Yeah,
S.
I don't
Kind of a
think they know
stupid
either.
name, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. And that video, what is it? Taking delivery of my Wagoneer S, 3 million views probably.
I don't think so.
3 million, maybe the
You
commas.
and every other 15-year-old white girl in the world are gonna make that video.
15-year-old white girls ain't getting this car.
I think they might.
I want to be.
How much is it? Do they know yet?
I think it's be like $100,000. I have no idea.
I don't think it will be, because a Model Y Performance is only like 60, and there's no way they can 40 grand
Hey,
more.
when you can reserve it, do you just have to, on your own judgment, like, because I'm sure they'll give you the measurements of everything. You just have to, like, what if you get it and you're like, oh, it's too small or too big
You
from
don't
what
have
I.
to buy it. The reservation's like $500 non-refundable.
Yeah, but
there's no like law that when it comes here you have to buy it. You can just say I don't want it.
So you could go to pick it up.
Joe does that once a week.
Yeah, I literally just did that with an RS6.
Yeah, but like, so it'll get delivered for that $500, and then you go to the dealership and then you buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, so I could then go and like physically see it of the one that I spec'd out.
I mean, you do that with any car technically. It's just the deposits. If you're buying a $500,000 sports car, it's a $100,000 deposit because they don't want to get stuck with. But yes, you can. Anytime you order a car, you're not paying upfront.
Do you think it's going to be difficult to get
I don't think so.
this electric Jeep?
I don't
Because
think so.
I don't think your average cert guy doesn't want it.
Are you sure?
I guarantee you, yeah. They're sticking to the old Trackhawk until Jeep comes out with something. But maybe they never will.
But here's the thing: this is all electric. But let's say 6 months from now, they come out with the brand new Trackhawk and it's a gas. I would sell the electric and get the other one. I'm not
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not trying
why
to
don't you just
convert
buy a Trackhawk?
because the updated interior is so nice in my new Grand Cherokee that like I don't want to go backwards. It's ever forward, Christian. And I just like I'm so used to like the luxury of the inside of mine that I want my exact car but faster, and that's essentially what this is. It's like very similar in look, very similar in interior, but it's a little different, so it's not identical. But it's fast.
I think just get a Raptor R, like a real man.
Hey, this past weekend, I was in Julia's Porsche
That's nice too.
electric Taycan, and it was real fast, but it had the little engine sound. I didn't hate it.
Like a little speeder bike.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Yeah.
Like you click a button and it's an engine noise?
No, it always is.
It's
It's like you've seen Star Wars, like little speeder bikes, very similar to that.
They give it kind of like this. It's like a speaker that's in the car that like plays. That it sounds kind of like an engine.
I think it was Kia. Somebody just launched an electric car that has gears. It doesn't. It's all like simulated, but it sounds like it's shifting gears, and like I think it even like jerks a little bit between. Apparently, it's really convincing. Like you
Jerks
feel
you
like
off?
you're driving. It's a lot of those. Apparently, it makes you feel like you're driving a gas powered like car with gears, which I think is what is kind of holding me back because I don't mind electric cars. They're not that fun to drive.
They're not.
But if they made it feel like a gas car,
If they made it walk like a duck and talk like a duck,
you're
would it be a
effectively
duck?
making it worse. Like you're effectively slowing it down to make it feel like it's shifting.
You know the problem with electric cars?
You got to plug them in.
The bigger problem?
Yeah.
I get car sick like crazy.
That's a beta
Really?
move.
Yeah, if I'm
I do
if
too, but I
I'm
don't notice
riding
the difference between electric and gas.
if I'm riding in a electric, especially like in the back seat, I just like I get sick.
Yeah, I get sick in all cars. So you see Apple, unrelated, Apple, the newest iOS, they have a motion sickness thing now. It like puts dots all over the screen, and then if the car's turning left to right, the dots shift a little bit, and it apparently tricks your mind into not getting sick somehow. I don't know how
That's
they're
gonna make
doing
me
it.
sicker for sure.
No. Apparently it's like tested, like it's a thing. Like
Bro,
Apple, like they're rolling it out.
How do people get car sick? I don't understand.
And
it.
it's the
I get car
worst
sick.
worst in Europe, like with small roads and just like
I think
there
I was
in
like
the back seat.
I think I was reading a book one. I mean, this is a long time ago. If I was reading a book, like when I was a kid, I was like reading a book and I had someone else in the car. They're like, I don't know how you're doing that. I would get so car sick because we're going around some windy back road. I'm like,
Some people just don't.
A lot of people get really sick in cars.
I do. If I get sick, it is hours. Like if I get sick, I feel like shit for the rest of the day. It's not like it goes away when the car stops.
You know what's
like I feel
crazy?
sick. Yeah.
you know what's crazy is like no matter how like cool you are, bougie, alpha, got my Rolex and shit. If you get car sick in the back, I would make fun of you. Like
that's
I would be
fine.
like, oh, big old Joe, you little car sick, little twisty Tony in the car.
Unless you're
gets
driving,
me.
right? Like,
Yeah, if I'm driving, I'm
you're
fine. If I'm in the front seat, I'm typically okay.
Why would it matter if you're in the front seat?
something
or the
about the back
It's a
seat,
visual.
bro.
So it's scientifically, it is a disconnect between what your inner ear is feeling and your eyes are perceiving.
I'm getting car sick just sitting here.
So it's like your brain is thinking. So if you're looking at your phone, your brain doesn't know. Like your eyes aren't processing which way the car is going. So there's a disconnect between what your brain.
It sounds like
thinking and
y'all's
what you're looking
brain's
at.
just not as smart as my brain.
Yeah, it's like a neurological thing apparently.
Wait, that means my brain is superior to y'all's brain.
No, you get sick on boats.
No.
I'm starting to get dizzy. Y'all talking about that. I'm not even lying.
It's like, I'm motion sick
When he
right
said
now.
boats, that just like threw me
Yeah,
off.
all right.
Here, I'll switch it up. So that's basically everything cool happened with me. Christian,
Yeah, I got something big.
What? You got a house?
big announcement.
Big announcement.
Why don't I
here
know about
first,
this?
Because it just happened yesterday.
You can't text me.
The earnest money has been sent.
Oh, y'all got it?
Yeah.
The one that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So all right. So first of all, when's the video coming out?
Bro, it's honestly happening so fast that
It does happen
when
quickly.
we went to go look on this past Saturday, we went with me, Heidi, and Hanny went, and I brought aerial to film it just in case, you know, because I knew that would be the one. So me and Hannah were mic'd up, and we just went in there like with full intention of just like, what is everything we're gonna have to do to this house? Like all out, you know, nothing held in, just like every renovation that we would dream to make happen. Let's speak it out loud right now. So we did that, and it's probably spent like an hour and a half there. And then before we like left the house, we were like whispering with Logan. We're like, all right, what do we have to offer to really, you know, seal the deal, you know? And so she made a recommendation, and then we said, okay, I looked at Heidi, looked at Hanny. All right, yeah, let's go. And then so she waited a few hours and then called the guy, and they accepted. So yeah, we bought it. So we're under contract now. They signed, we signed, and then yesterday we had to send the earnest money. The inspection's getting done right now.
Oof.
I was contemplating on canceling to go.
That's
check
an
it out.
all-day inspection. No, dude, that guy's gonna be there all.
Probably
day.
2 days.
Yeah.
So so we're already. Hanny went this morning because we want to do some demo in the kitchen and reshape the kitchen.
Need some cabinets.
I do need some cabinets actually.
And that's
Love
why
to say
video
some
is
cabinets.
sponsored by Benedettini Cabinetry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we should do some cabinets.
Dead serious.
All right.
So we're gonna redo the there's a lot we're gonna do to the house though. So budget's pretty big
Hey,
on renovation.
I hope what happened to me doesn't happen to you, that even though you sent the earnest money and everyone signed the contract and everything, but at the last minute, the seller goes, I want more money.
See, this is why I'm not going to post the YouTube video until like I believe it.
Yeah,
more.
don't do that. I learned that mistake, bro. If you buy something big until it's like the deal is done,
Yeah.
even if it's under contract and they're legally obligated.
Oh, bro, you remember I don't know if I ever told that story to
You got a cool
when I
story?
sold my house. Before it sold, I had under contract these old people, which very nice people. They had dementia, very old. And I
Why is
kinda,
that funny?
I made an offer. Oh, I forgot.
No, literally. I picked up on it. Like,
God damn it.
they came and walked my house with their realtor, and I picked up on them. Like, they're asking, like the wife would be like, hey, like, can we buy the dining room table off you? I'd be like, yeah. And she'd walk around, and then like 2 minutes later, she'd be like, I'd love this dining room table. Would you sell this to us? And I'm like, this is weird. Apparently,
like, again?
Yeah. We go through this for like the full contract period. The day it's supposed to end and they're buying the house, their kid comes in from like New York. Keep in mind, the kid's like 60. They're like in their 90s. And I kept thinking, why do 90-year-olds want to buy a 3-story house with turns out they're not allowed to make any financial decisions without the son being involved. He signs everything for them. Their realtor that they met randomly in a restaurant that they didn't know had talked them into it, and he signed all the paperwork. Illegal as fuck. They actually asked me if I'd be willing to like testify. I guess they're suing the realtor. Apparently a realtor met these old people, talked them into buying a house, picked my house, did the whole deal. And the day the contract was up is when the son came and looked and was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? No.
Dang. Well, my person didn't
like-
have dementia. I think they're just a bad person.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
wanted more money. And if you're watching this, I hope you order food and get really excited, and then you drive 45 minutes home and you get home and it's the wrong order. That's what I hope happens to you.
Damn.
Okay. So you bought this house.
So July 1 is when we would actually get the key.
Talk
So
about the house.
It's big. It's big. It's
Real big.
but the land is what we wanted. So
It just happens it comes with a big house.
yeah, but biggest thing that we wanted was acreage. So it's got 7+ acres, which like that was
What is 7+? Just what is it?
7.5.
Okay.
7.5 acres. And that was the biggest thing because we kept like,
That's a lot.
it's a lot. No, I know it, but it feels like an
That's
estate.
That's seven times bigger than my property.
It feels like an estate, and just like
Yeah,
the trees
is
are
an
just
estate.
like old and they're beautiful. They're all the big trees are surrounded by like areas of like plotted out.
Bro, why don't you
mulch
just sell me 2 acres and then I can live on the compound?
I think we're gonna clear because like there's the back 3 acres are like there's some brush and trees and stuff. So we'll leave the big trees, clear it out, and it's already got a garden. It's got a horse barn. It's got an indoor
for all your horses, yeah.
basketball court. It's got the indoor. It's got the sauna and steam room already built in, and it's like that was recently added, so it's like fresh.
Hey, does Taylor watch these?
Not really, not all of them.
Okay, look, there's an ongoing joke. I'm buying Taylor and Max a cow for their wedding.
Oh,
as a
what I was
wedding
about to
gift.
say in the back
Well,
3 acres. I
Can we just
put
give
some
it to you
cows.
after?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're not buying a
I
cow.
know. I already found it. Like I'm literally going to bring a cow into y'all's wedding. Be like, here's your wedding gift. But then what are y'all gonna do with this cow? But it can go live at Christian's house.
We're gonna have chickens.
You're getting a cow. His name is Eddie.
I'll foster it. I'll foster
I
it.
already found it. They're not that expensive, honestly. Like,
And the amount of meat you'll have,
We're not gonna eat it.
No. This is one
Christian.
of those cute. It's a mini Highland cow. It's like the little fluffy cute.
Why
ones.
would I just buy a cow that I want to eat?
Yeah, you can't eat this one.
I've always wondered about the timeline process of it. Like if you get real attached for like 3 years
Christian's
and then
in like city limits, just walking out with a gun, shooting this cow. Like you're not in the country, dude. You got 7 acres, but you can't just be killing cows.
you can have 1 horse per acre, bro. That's what the guy said.
Yeah.
7.5 acres. How big is the house?
The house is 15,000, but without the basketball
That's a
court and
lie.
stuff,
I
without
thought it was 16,000.
it's 15. But without the basketball, it's like 7,000. So really
Wait, your basketball court is 7,000 square
But
feet?
you know how big a basketball court is?
it's big. It's
Pretty
got
big.
like tied to the basketball court. It has like a what do you call it? Like a guest suite tied up there with a whole kitchen and stuff. And then it's got 4 garages tied to the bath. It's just like a dope.
4
spot.
garages or 4-car garage?
4 garages.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You got 1
Cars.
car.
Yeah, no, I'll get you a car. You got
Well,
a couple
okay,
cars.
so you're 7 acres.
And the price of this thing that we got it for is like literally, if we were to go and buy,
Can you tell people?
nah.
I mean, what do you think a 15,000 square foot house with 7 acres would
it's
cost?
cheaper than whatever you're thinking. I'll tell you that.
Way cheaper.
Yeah.
Put a range.
Between 3 and 3.4.
I thought it was going to go way bigger of like 1 to 8. He give it.
Oh, shit.
So, like for that price, bro, and like for everything we're getting, we're gonna budget a good amount for renovation. You know?
Okay, so you want to renovate this whole house.
Yeah.
Christian. Joe, how much money do you think he talk about let's talk about the renovations first. I want to go deep into this house.
Yeah.
So what do you want to, what is wrong with the house as is and what do you want to do to it? Tell us
There's
your
nothing
vision.
wrong with the house.
It's just it's dated, right? It's not your
dated.
style.
It's called Georgia, like the Georgia state, Georgian
When was it
style.
built?
2003.
See, that's the problem. Like, unless you get a house that was built within the past 5 years, it's all going to be of that size. No one like our age is building that, so it's all going to be more like older.
Yeah. So pretty much we're like ripping we're ripping a lot out, bro.
Are you gutting the house?
No, not. We're gonna gut the kitchen, the master bathroom, the closets.
I saw the office in there needs to be
the
ripped out.
office. That's gonna be Heidi's office because there's another room that they use for storage right now that's actually right next to the basketball and it leads into the pool by the gym. Because I'm gonna take half the basketball court and do a state of the art gym, and then the other half will be the court, half court, and I'm gonna put real wood floor and stuff. So it'll be, and I'm gonna put like turf for the. It's gonna be, when you walk in, you open the cast iron door, gym.
I mean,
Whoa.
you own a state of the art gym.
Yeah, I know, but
Right
you
down
know,
the street.
You know, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna get rid of my private gym there and just only do the house gym.
I was planning on my second garage that we're not going to need till we have kids, which is a 25 by 25 to make that my gym. Do you think that's going to be comparable to what you're going to do?
25.
25 feet by 25 feet.
Oh, that's maybe the cable crossover space.
Okay.
I'm gonna have like a Life Fitness cable crossover, bro. The whole jungle gym.
Okay, so what percentage of the house are you renovating?
Okay, biggest renovations are going to be cost wise are going to be the exterior because there's a lot of textures on the house, like just different textures, and it's very country looking. So we're going to stucco the
whole-
entire house, and okay,
Which then comes with paint after that.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
then we're
can you not
doing
just
a
paint-
nice gray
can't just
paint.
paint what's there.
No,
No, okay.
it's going to look like Restoration Hardware's showroom.
Okay.
On the outside.
New landscaping?
No, landscaping's good, and all the lighting, exterior lighting is amazing already. So it'll be a gray house.
Okay.
The roof is good for 100 years. So we got like
What?
75 years left.
Says who?
That's not how that works.
What type of roof?
10 years maybe.
No, it's like a
No,
it's a
it'd be
cement,
like
it's a cement like
it'd be like 15 to 20 at tops.
some type of cement.
It's a
thing.
cement thing?
Cement roof.
So it's not shingles.
They're saying
Okay.
100 years.
100 years.
That's what they're saying. We're getting inspection. So hey,
Yeah.
don't commit.
That's a
Don't
lot
let
of
me
roof.
finish.
So yeah.
Well, you do know the inspection. You need a roof inspector for the roof.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Okay.
It's expensive for that inspection. So we do exterior. It's really just going to be the stucco it, paint it gray.
He's like, I'm just going to stucco. I just have to reshape the whole house.
Yeah.
It's going to be big. That's the biggest one. Second one's going to be the floors. The floors are like 200-year-old, like
Wait, all of the floors or just in the rooms you said? All?
Do you know how many people?
7,000 square feet of floor?
Wait, you said the house was built in 2002, but the floors are 100 years old?
No, they
they're
probably
like 200.
imported.
They imported some
Yeah.
like
Why would you import old shitty wood?
It's That's not.
It's like, you know,
You don't understand. You're too poor for this conversation right now, Max. All right, go on.
okay. So inside, main things to be floors. So we're going to look at either restaining.
Main thing, which is the entire
house. So restaining, and then because right now it's got a lot of like gaps.
you're not replacing it.
Versus replacing cost. So because the
Okay.
the restain is going to be like it's a.
If you replace it with like fake wood, which at this for you and Heidi, I would recommend like a synthetic wood because I don't think y'all want real wood.
No, we don't.
It's all of it's probably pretty close.
Yeah,
like sanding all that down and restaining.
That's
it
what we were
probably
looking at, the
close to
sanding
just-
option, and then like restaining and all
it,
this.
yeah.
But then it's like I told Hanny, just look at what the replacement cost would be.
Yeah, because like bro, with dogs and like y'all have I don't know. I don't see y'all taking care of wood floors like the way they. need to
Okay.
be.
So that's like cost number 2. So exterior stucco, interior floors. 3 is
Are you
going
going
to
to repaint the inside?
Yeah. Well, we're about to like reshape the kitchen.
Obviously. Okay.
New cabinetry. That kitchen's going to be a big one.
What about windows?
Windows are good, but we are going to be doing. There's a few cast iron door areas that I want to do more modern glass to just like open it up more.
Okay.
But the biggest would be the kitchen, master bedroom, full gut, closet gut, Heidi's office gut. The good thing is, bro, it's a lot of renovation.
Okay. Joe, how much do you think? Actually, let's go backwards first. How much do you think all the renovations will cost?
Heidi and I agreed to 1. I'm saying 1.5.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm
in
realistic,
budget. Yeah.
yeah.
He's in budget. If I'm just throwing numbers, so I'm assuming 7,000 square feet. If you went to like a synthetic floor, I bet you're $100,000 in flooring.
Yeah.
Maybe 150.
Just to give you an idea, before you,
Yeah, I got quoted to do my first floor and it was $30,000, and that was only 2,000 square feet.
it was $35,000 to do my floor. And then, by the way, the baseboards don't come with the floor. You have to get a whole nother baseboard.
I'm gonna say 150. I'm gonna say your outside stucco. You're probably 100.
With stucco and
You think
paint,
it's
I
only
should
going to be
200.
100,000 to
200.
replace
It depends.
stucco?
It depends what they have to do.
It's a lot.
If they're just like stuccoing over the
I
pattern
want
that's
to hide
already
these
there.
pillars and close them in and do some reshape.
Because I'm saying if you have
250.
textured wall and you want to just stucco it, they can blast it right on top if it's already stucco.
Bro,
but if it's like you're ripping it off and
it's brick.
redoing the whole siding and stuff.
Well, my thing is like if we can just add the stucco on
See,
top.
depending on how you do this, if you take it down to the fucking like particle board walling and then it's a much different story there.
You're going to be $250,000 just in inside and outside paint.
I think you're under $1 million.
With stucco.
I think you can do the whole thing under $1 million.
No.
I think so.
No.
I bet the kitchen you're
I
gonna
bet-
be $150,000.
We're
The
shooting
closets
for
would be-
800 to $1 million. I'm expecting 1.5.
I think you can do it under.
I
$1
bet
million.
you hit $2 million.
No. I won't.
Christian.
I won't let us.
To
That's
put it in
not
perspective,
not including gym equipment. I'll stay under 1.5.
My house is 4,600 square feet. I gutted the first floor, okay, which is, I don't know, 3,000 and some change, 3,500, I don't know. I did similar things to you did, floor, paint, new cabinet, the gut of the kitchen, new countertops. You need new countertops too, right?
Yep.
Forgot about that. All the bathrooms need countertops there, probably new mirrors.
I think
there
my
too.
budget's right. 1.5.
It cost me $450,000 to renovate my house. And your house is 3 times bigger, and your bougie level is bigger.
We'll see. I'm gonna say under $1 million. I think you can do it under $1 million.
Nope.
I think so.
I think we'll wind up spending like close to 1.5.
Because it's not a direct more square footage multiplies because you're factoring the time it takes and how long they're there and the project and scale stuff too. So
Okay.
I will say
3,000 to 6,000 is not double the cost.
Even with that, we're not gonna do a lot of the other bathrooms and other rooms. We're not gonna really touch
Wait.
other than floor and paint.
So you're going to have part of the house nice and renovated, and then you're just going to leave.
No, we're gonna
the other-
renovate. We're gonna rent, but we're gonna floor, paint, and just do the
You've
bones.
seen the house, right?
You're going to have, not in person.
Well, like pictures though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice. This is not like
Yeah, but I know, but Joe, if you renovate and completely change the kitchen, you don't think that like the rooms that you can get
not
to
like
from
a
the
bedroom. Like bedrooms are just flooring and paint. What else is in the bedroom?
Have you? Well, I know. Here's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
How much did you think the Alpha Land renovation was going to be?
Hey, I've learned my
No,
lesson.
I just want to know.
That's
Just how much?
That's what
How
I
much?
knew.
How much did you think it was going to be?
3,
How much did it cost?
20.
Okay.
That's with the renovation is like 12. 12.
I'm excited. Are you excited? Are you going to move in before it's?
No, we're gonna get keys July 1 and then give ourselves 5
6
months.
months, yeah.
5-6 months to do it. So like Christmas would be great. Being there.
Okay, then you're gonna sell your current house. Mm-hmm. Damn.
And I own it outright, so it'd be nice to get that cash back. That covers my whole end of the down payment. And
How much was the renovation that you spent on your current house?
Heidi paid for renovation on it, just like the upgrades. It was a lot.
How much?
It was close to $1 million.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you didn't know this?
On the current house?
So he thinks in this new house,
Wait.
he's going to spend only.
That was also a ton of furniture.
So you
Okay,
spent
that
$1
doesn't
million
count.
to renovate your $1 million house, and now you're probably going to sell it for $1 million.
We were taking the furniture with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not, he's not going to. No, you're going to get like a new house, going to get some new furniture.
I'm trying here. Come on.
I sound cynical, but I'm more just like I'll play devil's
I
advocate.
can't move anymore.
Yeah.
Because my budget.
So you're saying 2?
My budget was $150, and it ended up being
Wait,
$500.
are we including furniture or not? That's a different story.
No furniture.
That's what I'm saying. So what did your current houses
With-
renovations without the furniture?
Probably about 500.
The fuck did you do to that house? It's a brand new house.
All new floors. We did a lot, bro. I think we'll get like 1.3 for it, 1.2.
I would recommend on a house this size, make sure you get the right people. That will help you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can do this the right way, or you do this I have an unlimited checkbook and everyone's just going to gouge the shit out of you.
How does one find the right people?
I know people. Yeah, we have contractors that we deal with and stuff.
So I'm working on my new home, right?
So my total cost, let's add that up. So
Okay.
house, range,
Okay.
plus 1.5. Heidi's gonna be pissed. Like we've been talking 1. Say 1.5. So we're at like what?
So 2. It's going to be 2.
4.6, 4.7.
Okay, so you're going to be like $6 million all in.
No, 4.6.
Yeah. No,
If you
could
could be 4.5, that's still
I'm
like
under
for
5.
7 acres with the pool with everything.
For an
Like
estate,
that's
yeah.
that house. Any other
You're gonna
location
spend
would
the
be $10
same
million
amount.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
yeah.
So shut the fuck up.
No, this house I'm building is getting too goddamn big, honestly. But the way I'm starting to look at it is going. Listen, I know the rooms that I want. I'm like, I know I want a game room. I know I want 3 bedrooms upstairs for the 3 kids, right? I know I want a downstairs guest room, our master, whatever. Then I'm just like, maximize the lot. Yeah. Like make them as big as you can. The problem is he sent me this little laser tool.
Did you say you're getting a pool or no?
Yeah, I'm getting a pool. Like it's basically the outside and the pool is gonna be like the whole focal point of the house. Like when you walk in the front door, you can just see all the way through the house. But he sent me this little laser tool that I can like see measurements of rooms and stuff. It's kind of a bad idea he sent me that because now I'm like seeing the measurements on the architectural plan. So, but now I'm like, okay, so that's that room, and then I'm like trying to gauge how big that is, and in my head I'm like, I kind of wish it was a little bigger than that. Like, and I'm comparing it to like our current room. I'm like, okay, that's this, and that one's it's only like 5 feet big. Nah, see if I can bump that to like 10 feet. I don't know.
Yeah, I sent the first floor plan to Steve.
Yeah,
and he said,
Damn.
to call him.
I just said,
He
damn.
said the layout needs a lot of work. He wants to help.
the layout needs work. It was his architect.
No, that doesn't mean anything. His architect's just doing what he. We'll get to it later.
What do you mean that it needs work?
I think the layout, some rooms in different places and stuff, and then some sizing stuff. Like
I really like.
we're not
going to
get into this right now, but like your living room, the way it's designed right now, like you have a TV and very small. For a giant house like that, you have a very small focal point in that living room. Like your TV and then 2 cabinets either side, but it's a 7,000 square foot house.
Those aren't cabinets, bro. Those are
Whatever it is, just that wall is very small for the size of. I think we need to scale everything up a little bit.
That's how I felt when I was walking with Andy. He said, mine's already built.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm excited. I'm still saving more. I'm not going to start building until like I think April or May of next year, starting, and then pay in chunks like as it goes. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I got to see how the rest of this year goes. See how much I owe in taxes.
Next
again.
Friday, buy the new sour candy.
Buy the
There we
new
go.
sour candy.
I've come to terms. I'm staying in an apartment for another year.
Yeah, what's going on with you, Joe?
I made bad financial decisions.
Is that your car in front?
Yeah. Yeah, I've had it for like 5 months. I've had it for a while. I just haven't made a video on it. It's literally been in my apartment just sitting.
So what happened to the green one?
I traded it for that one. That's the RS version.
And yours, you had the RS.
No, I had a normal. So I had the blue 3RS, then I had the 3. Now I have the new 3RS.
So the dark green was just a GT3?
Yeah. Oh. This one's bigger and
Got it.
more faster. And
This
stuff.
one looks like you.
Well,
Sold it.
I made a video. Yeah, so I realized I'm gonna stay in an apartment. Then I'm kind of thinking like, fuck it, why not? There's a car I've always wanted.
You're going to buy another car instead of getting a home?
Yeah. So there's a car I've always wanted, and at the moment that thing's going for so much over that it bridges the gap. So I I'm thinking about trading that for a different car.
For the new Jeep?
No, it's something that I've always wanted.
What is it?
I want to ruin the surprise.
Is it a Porsche?
No.
What?
Is it a Jeep?
No. You would like it.
Is it
What
going
was
to be
your favorite car you ever owned?
McLaren.
McLaren.
I thought you said McLarens are pieces of shit.
Yeah, this is a very special McLaren.
Senna.
No, I'm not on that level. That's like a $2
Is it
million
like the
car.
720 LT version?
It's a 765 LT Spider, but like custom paint, custom everything. I don't know. I'm thinking I might just do that and then sell it when I go to buy a house in a year. Maybe just enjoy it for a year and then sell it because they're not going down in value.
You don't even enjoy it. You drive it once every
I know,
3
but
months.
Yeah, I've
it's
never
like a
seen you.
bank.
I've never seen you drive it.
It's no different than parking your money in whatever you want.
I think we can't talk shit about each other's spending habits.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for what I have into that car versus what it's worth on trade, I made 30% on that investment. That is better than I could have stuck it in Vanguard for 5%. I made 30% just sticking in the car. In that particular case, that car is a good investment.
I did make money off of my McLaren 675 LT.
Some cars, if you have the in to buy them, are
I made
not
like
terrible
like
investments.
12 grand.
But did you lose money on any of the other cars?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Same. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Most of the cars I buy, I don't make money on, but
Joe, I blame my entire. I say
No.
thank you for getting it out of my system
okay.
because
You were like that when I met you. You had a sports car. I didn't influence.
I
You
had
a
what, an
350Z.
M4?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
350Z.
Okay, but you had an M4. I didn't influence. You already liked cars.
yeah, and then Joe picks
was
me
a
up in
nice
a
M4.
Lamborghini,
And then he got a Lamborghini.
and then he's like in the Gallardo, right? And then
Yeah.
and then he was like, "You want to go see a Huracan?" I was like, "Yeah, I want to go see a Huracan." Then he just like fucking floors it, and I'm like, "Why need that?" And then I just went on a whole
You got the Aventador.
5-year, 6-year like
The McLaren was sick.
Bender.
No one even knew about the McLaren. You never even posted. That was the sickest car you ever owned.
Look at me, dude. I just upgrade to cooler Jeeps.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Now I'm in
luxury.
I think I've given up. I think at this point I've given up on YouTube. Like I think it's done. It's been 10 months since I posted a video. But I am in this weird spot of like, if this guy calls me back after this and I do this deal, I will trade that car in without. That is one of these,
Without making a video.
in my opinion, that is one of the rarest, most badass cars on the internet right now. Like those don't, like if you look online, like they're $500,000 car. I'm not gonna, yeah.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm like that is a car that like no YouTuber had. Like for the first time, like I have a car that's like actually hard to get. Like that is a very hard to get
Currently,
car.
no YouTuber has it because you're not a YouTuber.
That's what I'm saying. I feel weird about like I owned it and I drove it for 6 months and I'm going to sell it and never even make a video on it. Like the internet does not know I have that car. I mean, they know like little teasers here and there, but they don't know anything about
What's
it.
crazy is you could.
I know. That's where.
Hey,
So that's like I almost need to tell the guy like I will trade it, but I need to make a video first.
speaking of poor financial decisions, I was in Austin this past weekend visiting David and Julia. And did you know that, so Lake Travis, and then there's Lake Austin. Dude, some of these properties on the lake.
Oh yeah.
I looked up.
Small fries.
There's a plot of land that has a beautiful view of the whole lake. The plot
8
of
mil?
land
10 mil.
was $12 million
Yeah, so we're not that dumb.
for the
I don't
plot
know
of
about that,
land.
but yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
No, we haven't. But what we're spending for what we're getting right now, both of us, is like wild. Go to California and go to New York.
Yeah.
Look what you get for $4 million. That's with renovate all this shit. Like you can't compare.
No, dude, the house you're buying in LA would be $30 million.
Bro, the Drake one. Drake just bought a Texas home,
Yeah.
right? He spent
That was
15 mil because it's more of a ranch.
Yeah, but that was like pretty cheap for. I don't want to say it's cheap, but like when you saw what it actually was, like bro, it's like 300 acres and like a 20,000 square foot house, and
Take away the acreage, my house is doper.
The way I look at it is
cooler house
I
than
think
Drake.
it's a very privileged place to be in. But like in my mind, anything that cost, which I think most people would agree to this, maybe not people who are buying $12 million plots of land, but any home that is over $1 million in my house, in my head, is like
Rich.
extravagant. But
It's changed.
it really has, bro. So one of my friends who lives in DC, and they live on like the outskirts of DC, like in the suburb area, like to go to the middle downtown of DC, they got to get in the car and drive 20 minutes. But their house, which is a townhome connected to other houses, I think it's like 15. It's nice. It's renovated, but it's like 2,000 square feet, maybe less than that. And I think it's like 1,500 square feet. And I'm pretty sure their payment, or it's like $1.3 million.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
if you go to Canada,
what?
if you go to Vancouver or Toronto right now, you it's almost I was talking to Kevin and just a few people that work for me from there. It's literally like at the point where it's impossible to own a property unless you got it like years ago or like family has it or something. It's like you can't just buy any because everything's over 1.5, 2 million over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
then
like you're
rates-
renting permanently.
Well,
Like,
then you have rates that are 7.5%. So I'm looking at buying a house, and my buying power, like if right now I want to buy a house at 800 grand, my mortgage payment would be 1.4 from 5 years ago. I'm saying like in the last 5 years, my buying power went from 1.5 to 900 just because of rates. Like my mortgage would be the same on both those houses.
Yeah.
So 5 years ago, I could buy a $1.5 million house. Now I'm like, I want to keep it under $1 million because the fucking rate's so high.
yeah, we're doing a huge down payment because we just want to finish and just not finance that much.
What percentage are you doing?
A lot. I don't want to say that, but a lot.
What range, dude? It's like
Between
40 to
1.1
42.
to 1.2.
So when I was on the lake, I was seeing all these beautiful lake houses, like new ones getting built. Like I'm talking like on the lake. And I was thinking like, what's your thoughts on having like in my head, it's already ridiculous spending,
That's wild.
having a house like over $1 million. I just think it's like a crazy point that's like not only something that is achievable for us now, you know, we started from the bottom kind of thing, but also it's almost like the standard of, to have a decent house again in Washington D.C.
Bro,
it's
to have 2
1.5.
homes, that's like
Yeah, but I can't even imagine having a vacation home.
No.
But maybe it's like the people who have it, they're like,
I can't imagine that
Well, I
either.
remember being broke too. Is that what they think? Like, how do you have
what
like,
level do you?
to justify?
Well,
I would say if you spend 3 months or more in no, even that, bro. I'd just Airbnb.
here, okay.
And some people are probably so rich they don't even want to Airbnb it out when they're not there because they're like, I don't want random people in
Yeah,
my house.
my neighbors at the current house, they just have 2 Bentleys matching parked in the drive in the
In a Rolls
in the
Royce.
thing in a Rolls Royce, and they
In
just
their house in Cali.
in their house in Cali, so they don't even come.
Yeah.
They're never there.
Okay, so fucking privileged little Joe over here. So Daddy did actually have a vacation home in Colorado that was a very 8,000 square foot cabin up in the mountains. He made money on that, so that's where it is. Like if you can buy it cheap enough, then I'm almost like it kind of does make sense because like property over time, like it just goes up, especially in places that are kind of hard to get to. But at the same time, if you're only there like 2 months out of the year, it's like if you Airbnb a really nice place for 25 grand, 30 grand, that's still way less than you're putting. I mean, the house is going to cost you.
Yeah, it's a headache.
I think it's hard. I mean, even him, so he did that. And even now, like looking back, he's like, I would much rather just Airbnb a really nice house 1 month out of the year. It's still going to be a tenth of the fucking cost of buying.
I think there's just levels to this shit.
Yeah.
What was it? The Grand Prix recently just happened. And there was like Yacht Week or something. There's pictures of someone's super yacht, and then they had their Bugatti parked on the yacht.
Well, you're talking about these lake houses in Austin. When I was at the McLaren dealership trying to put this deal together, there's $10 million plus cars in the service bay just getting oil changes and stuff in Houston. I'm like,
Where are these people?
like $1 million car is not even.
What do they do?
It's 10 years ago, $1 million car was nuts. Now, like, there's $5 million cars just sitting in service. Like, million's actually not even that crazy anymore.
So
now you're $4 or $5 million cars.
In David and Julia's new house in Austin, it's like 25 minutes outside the city, so it's in the suburbs, but it's like a brand new suburb, and like all the houses are $2 to $5 million. Like they're all super nice houses. And I'm like we're like walking the dogs and like looking around all these houses, just like in awe, right? And you're like, that's what I'm always thinking. It's not like whether it be jealousy or envy of like whatever people have. I'm more like, what are these people doing?
Yeah, that's always my thought.
And I bet 90% of them aren't caring how many likes they get on Instagram. It's like
No, 100% of them.
They're like, YouTube. What the fuck is a YouTube video? I'm saying like,
Yeah, there's
so
different.
caught up in like
okay,
social
it also
media.
depends
Yeah.
how much you have into it too, because I think some of the people that are buying houses and properties like that don't have hundreds of millions of dollars laying around. They just make an insane salary with no overhead. There's people out there that make $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 a year that work for a company, like work for JP Morgan or something.
Which is even more
You can
terrible.
live like a fucking king because you don't have overhead. Like you're taking 600 grand a home every year plus your bonus. You can go buy a $2 million home, no problem.
Yeah, but that's why I don't know. This is also unrelatable as hell, but like, I don't know. Just
What?
like
We can
you
talk
could lose
about
that.
like
money and
yeah,
stuff.
we can't. Like if I couldn't buy this home multiple times outright,
Yeah,
then
but
I
that's
wouldn't
not-
buy it.
I mean,
you know,
we have a friend.
just like the thought of getting in a situation would terrify me.
Yeah.
I have a friend that's mom works for a big bank, and she makes like $650 salaried a year, and her bonus every year is $2 million. The last 3 years, she got $2 million bonus every year for Christmas. $2 million. But she's like high up. Like she's like C-suite, JP Morgan Chase. But I mean, there's people out there that like, she doesn't own a company. She doesn't have thousands of employees. She's just in a position, and she's making 2.6 a year. So someone like that can go buy a fucking $10 million house, an extra house here, and a jet. And
Okay, this is a good topic that I didn't plan on talking about.
Nice shoes, yeah.
You like these little Nike Prestos,
Yeah.
dude? Taylor got me these for
dope.
my birthday or Christmas. They're so comfortable.
I have those in black.
I love them. I didn't know they're like the sock knit material. They're like my big old ogre feet can like stretch and it feels great. Entrepreneurship versus non-entrepreneurship. I guess like how do you feel about everyone trying to be an entrepreneur or thinking that's like the best way versus being an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I think what Joe just said. Like, I think there's so many pros and cons of both, and I think it's like equal, honestly. But my thing is I just wouldn't trust any employer like promising like that. I just would be scared to.
I mean, in the software world, I have a lot of friends that make $253, and like you can live very comfortably on that, and they don't have to worry about. They don't have all the stress that like people that are running their own shit have. They are much less stressed. They work fucking 9 to 5. At 5 o'clock, they check out. They ain't touching anything till 9 o'clock the next day.
I guess like not everyone wants to own. I don't aspire to own. It's not like a big dream to like own like let's say a yacht, right? But you look at people who own these yachts that you're like in awe of because you're just like, oh my God, these multi-million-dollar yachts. But like, I guess having a great salary, but I guess you just need to be fine with, which 95% of the population probably is fine.
You're not buying a yacht on a salary.
That's what I'm saying. Like
you got to work for yourself for a yacht.
You like, I guess you have to accept that you can.
I feel like
you can never
always happen after big payouts.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
any sale of percent of a company, that's when like a yacht purchase happens.
Or it's like generational wealth.
Yeah.
Great grandfather founded United Airlines or some shit.
It could also be like, I just said I went through like a 5-6 year phase of like my car spending, right? And how to get out of my system. Like if that income would have not come in my mid 20s and came in my mid 30s or something for the first time ever, like maybe instead of cars, maybe I would go crazy on a house, or I would go crazy on, a yacht or something instead of the cars. But I think maybe it depends on when that influx or that first time you kind of see, holy shit, making so much money. Whenever that is, I think it could directly correlate to what you're like buying.
What's like the way you think about? Okay, I want to make sure that I spend money now that I'm whether you get a new promotion, whatever. I guess increasing your lifestyle as your pay increases, but not like I got a 5%. Let's say like let's say people just get a dramatic promotion or a dramatic new role, or they start a business that takes off after maybe they've been working on it for a while and it takes off, and they're kind of like, okay, I want to maybe do something nice for myself or whatever, but like but also keeping in mind of like, oh, I don't want to like overspend. Like, how do you balance like enjoying the fruits of your labor of like working hard or building something versus like, oh, I shouldn't be buying this like nice shit, but like you're like, I can afford it.
Well, this is why like the average median income now being like over 100K, like that 100K used to be like the wild, right? To be making that in a year. But now
Individual,
yeah. But it's like now with as you increase your salary, people's hobbies or their interests or like their taste level goes up, and then like you're not really left with much more than if you just lived under
I guess
your
the simpler
means.
question is, how do y'all think about money coming in versus spending on stuff you want? Like in having like saving stuff. Like, do you have a percentage? Like, do you budget, or are you just like, I know I'm going to make this back. I buy what I want.
As long as my account isn't going down, like at the end of the month, as long as it's higher than it was at the beginning of the month, I'm okay with that. Unless I'm buying, obviously there's like cases. Like if I go buy a car, I'm going to put a big chunk down on it or whatever. But for the most part, as long as I'm not putting myself in debt spending, I feel like.
After I hit this like marker in savings, I've been living like I've been broke again. So I'm kind of like I like to put it away, be sure anything I'm going to do, even like a house or down payment, like isn't going to put me under my threshold.
So
There's also the like, what are we gonna do with it?
But I don't know. I don't know.
That's the question.
Like once you have 10 million
fear.
saved, like what,
Yeah,
what do you?
let's put it.
Yeah.
You could put a number like, oh, whether it be 100,000, a million, 10 million,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what it is. But like, a lot of times, like, okay, once I hit this number, I would just want to either live off the interest. But I guess it's like, what do you want to do with that money? And
Yeah.
when you already have, okay, I have some set aside. I know this is generating some interest. I have invested. I have IRAs. I have this. I'm kids' college funds. Like, because generational wealth, like I want to create wealth to be able to let my kids live a good life too. Not a would be privilege.
Are you going to pay your kids down payment?
For their house? No.
Hell no.
On a house down payment?
Yeah,
That's like a thing.
That's a thing.
I always thought this,
Daddy.
the weddings. I always
Yeah,
thought
that's another
weddings were
one.
like you pay. I think that was like you pay for your daughters. Like if your daughter's getting married, you pay for the wedding. I don't think that's a thing anymore.
No, I mean,
You're like, I had to pay for that fucking Cayman's wedding. Did you have to pay for the Cayman's wedding?
I paid for some of it. She
Yeah,
paid
see,
for a lot
that's
of it.
different though. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if that's still a thing or not. Like if you have a daughter, you expected to pay for the unrelated.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I feel like a first car is like that's like I would buy my kid a
Oh,
car.
100%.
Car, yes. House,
Car
maybe help
under
them out.
under like 35 grand.
Yeah, I think like I would help a kid out to buy a house. I don't think I'd buy my kid a house.
Would he make the down payment?
Maybe split the down payment.
Maybe that's maybe.
I
Like
think
maybe like show me that you're gonna take care of the house and put some of your own money into it, and then I'll help you with it.
Yeah.
I guess it depends how much money you have too, though. If you're sitting on $100 million and your kid's like, "Hey, I can barely afford to pay the down," like, what the fuck's the matter to you?
Yeah, but then you kind of
Yeah,
put the kid down a different path.
yeah.
yeah.
So when you say generational wealth, it's kind of like, still, what's the point of having all this?
Well, I
savings?
think it's always like the first generation of generational wealth is entitled to the money, but then the second generation is extremely entitled, and they'll just usually it's always like this 2 or 3 generations after whoever created the wealth, it's all gone. Like
Yeah.
probably the first one's not going to burn through it because you'll raise them with like the same beliefs that you have, but it's like, do they keep passing those beliefs down? Because especially if you're the one that made it, you're gonna teach them, be like, hey, I didn't always have this. Like, I had to work to get here. I think my plan with my kids is to, like, when they're born, open like a brokerage account and do like, I don't know, $100 a week or something that is like small, and just have it auto into this brokerage account and put it in like a trust that says like you can't access this money until you're 25 or something, or 27, maybe even 30. So then when they're 30, they have a huge amount of money, but hopefully by then I've like taught them how to be responsible with this like large amount of money that will be accrued because I like put small amounts away for a long time since they were born.
See, I have a little bit
I
of
didn't
a
grow up with
problem.
like any of that, so it's kind of wild because
Well, that's what's hard that I always think about
we
is
don't
like,
know. Yeah.
I didn't grow up with money, and now that we're able to like do things, how do you raise your kids in a world where you're like, oh yeah, we live really nice, but like I didn't grow up this way, so I don't know how to teach you.
yeah, son, here's your basketball court.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
God damn it.
I think go buy a cheap house and raise them there. Don't let them know you have a nice house.
That's a good
It's like,
let
it's
them
a
live
car
in the guest
strategy,
suite.
right? Like you buy a cheap car. Like if you're really rich, you buy like a cheap car, and if you go on dates with the girls, you take that car. You rent like a
hoopty.
yeah, so that way they don't know. Because otherwise, like, you pick up a girl on first date in a Lamborghini, like you have no clue if she like you or she likes the car.
Or like a Jeep, she'd be like, how do you?
I have a hard time with like the YOLO side of money. So like this car I'm looking at, I know I'm not buying a house in the next year with rates and stuff. I got a bunch of cash sitting. Why not? I guess I have a hard time with the like, I'm convinced I'm dying at all times. I'm like sitting in my chair and like chest pain. I'm like, oh, this is it. So then I look at it like I really want that car. I've always wanted it. I can afford it right now. Why not? Like, am I going to look back in a year and be like, if I have a heart attack in 6 months, am I going to look back and be like, fuck, thank God I saved that money?
I think there's a fine.
Yeah, see, I don't know where that line is.
Yeah,
I don't.
I'm getting older, and the older I get, the less I want to spend. You can't convince me to buy a car right now. You know,
The
See,
less
but
you
on the
wanna spend?
flip side, you get hit by a bus next week. Like, thank God you had the 10 million. Like I don't know how to balance that. Like, if you can afford it comfortably and you want it, I don't know how to like. I don't know where that line is.
Well, I guess it's you would if Rob Lipster was here, he'd go with the abundance versus the scarcity mindset. That like scarcity is like, oh, I don't want to. I've done really well for myself, and there's a thing that I want, and I know I can afford it. I know that I'm like not going to go broke from this, but everything could crash down tomorrow and I will regret that I bought it, versus like the abundance mindset of like, oh, I'm going to buy this thing because I want it and I know that I'm going to continue to be successful and make money. Because like I don't plan on stopping being successful.
I always pretend like I'm not going to make any money this year.
Oh, I live in scarcity. I've done a thing for like a long period of my life where at every stage of my income, and I'm talking ever since I was like 20, 21, I would take all the money in my bank account, okay? All of it, or my whole net worth, right? When I was 20, it was my checking account. And I would take that number and I would figure out how much money I spend like a month, or how much I could
Your burn rate.
how much not even how much I spend, but how much I know I could survive on a month. Like if all went to shit. And then I multiply that by the years, and I try to think of how long, if I don't make a single more dollar, could I survive with just the money I have? And that's like the way that's my cushion of life.
Be sure you add the Chick-fil-A points. Okay,
I got
disperse
Chipotle
those
points
evenly.
now.
Yeah.
You're not getting my Chipotle points anymore.
Those expire. Chick-fil-A don't.
Dude, I try. I don't know. I go back and forth. I got to get out of this apartment that I'm in. And part of me just wants to go get, like, if it's just a 9-month, 10-month till I buy a house, like, I kind of just want to go get, like, a fucking cheap, small apartment and just live in it for a year. I think I'd fucking hate it. But also, like, how much money
I lived with my parents when I wanted to save. I went going into, like, a heavy saving
I'm
mode.
almost 30 now. I don't want to live with my parents.
Yeah, I
at
don't think
30.
you should do that.
But, like, I don't think I need, like, I have this insane apartment and it's cool. But, like, if I'm like, sacrificing because I'm going to go buy a house, like, I think I might just go to, like, a cheap-ass apartment.
I think that's a great idea.
I think it would humble me a little bit. I'd have to get a storage unit for my car.
Yeah,
I'm
where
not
you
keeping the
park
car
your
there,
car.
but I don't know. I kind of want to do it, honestly, just so, I don't know, if I get comfortable sometimes.
Yeah, but
I think that's a good idea, Joe.
Because also I try, the thing too is like,
It'd be a
I know
good,
this
like,
sounds like a
moral
fucking
test.
dickhead, but like I try where I'm like, all right, I'm not going to spend anything this month. I'm going to try really hard not to use my credit cards this month. And there's so many subscriptions and shit that like, even I'm like trying not to. And at the end of the month, I'm like, where the fuck did this, there's still like, where did this come from on my credit card? Like I will think I did well this month. I didn't spend anything. And it's still, no matter what, because there's all these random subscriptions and shit that you're not paying attention to. You need like a full reset.
you know what the biggest problem is? I'm a huge advocate of credit cards, big advocate. But the problem is if you like check your bank account and you're like, oh man, I'm doing good. Like my number hasn't gone down. And then you're like, oh, just the credit card bill hasn't hit of the auto pay where it's like down. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Because I don't see it go down daily because it doesn't, because I'm using credit card for everything.
We need a wire for next summer collection. Oh shit, or we need that last 50% of the spring collection coming up or whatever.
That's the like entrepreneur verse working for someone else thing is like Chase is never calling somebody up like, hey, we need 400 grand
we need
wired
$2
today.
million
Like,
today.
yeah, but I think that's why if you're on salary making
wild.
that kind of money, like you can probably live a better life. I think personally, I'd rather make 600 grand, 500 grand a year salaried than $1 million a year own my own company.
Well, probably because your $1 million a year company is only profiting like 50 grand of
I'm saying,
actual
like,
profit. Like,
I would personally think I'd take a high salary.
Yeah,
for
you have to
someone
deal
else.
with the fluctuations because,
Yeah.
like, I mean, like we didn't have a good profit year at all last year, right? And then like you have to worry so much about it's a very high stress.
hey, when Alphalete first started, like at what stage of the company did you, because they're obviously like making money, but you're always like, I want to put money back in the company. I want to reinvest. Like what level did Alphalete get to before you go, like
sports car?
Yeah, like I'm going to buy something that like, because like at the end of the day, I'm like,
The first reward for me was the Lambo, and that was like after I broke $1 million and just like
sales
in like
amount of money.
like in my bank account, like, and we were always like in product was coming, everything, and it was like conservatively over $1 million at all times. That's when I bought a Lambo. But even that, like 250 times 4 is $1 million.
That's good. Good math.
It's good, but it's also like now looking back that I'm older, I probably wouldn't have done it even then.
Spending a quarter of what you have.
Yeah, but you got to look. You probably lose like what 50 grand on a Lambo over the time period. So it's like 5% of the total savings that you spend for the enjoyment.
Yeah.
Then you weigh it out, and you're like, okay, yeah.
I remember we went to Lambo, and then I think that's when
It was a
we
white
found
one
out,
with a red interior.
That's when we found out the Christian had like a 160 credit score.
Yeah,
And it went from like financing
guess
to
I'm
like,
paying cash.
I'm just going to pay cash. Yeah, I remember I was like, yeah, just don't do it. He's like, I'll just buy it cash. It's like, all right.
How's everything with Alphalete? How's the new recovery Alphaland actually?
it's good, bro. It's always getting used.
I haven't used it yet.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been there since it opened.
God damn it.
No, I haven't worked out. I'm a fat piece of shit now.
That's true. Is the reaction like what you expected? Hope?
Yeah, it's good. We're about to add the infrared sauna, and then it's constant people in there, and like we haven't even done like right now we have all the branding signs and logos and all that coming, right? So right now it just says sales above it, and it's still getting like really good traction. So
General, hey, I tweeted on this. I tweeted the other day. I still to this day.
bro, I'm getting back on X, Twitter, and it's wild. It's like it's a way different conversation. It's just like a whole different type of social.
Bro, my Instagram's,
It's like
my feed is fucked up at this point.
yeah, my
I
X
see
feed
crazy
is like
shit.
wow, a lot going on.
But no, the problem with Twitter is that, like, on my For You page, which is great, it's a lot of like business shit, but then there'd be like a bunch of meme pages. And the problem is like, sometimes you click on the thing you want to look at, just you're like, I wonder what the replies are to this. I want to see what people are saying. And 9 times out of 10, it's just a naked girl. Like, it's just like a girl pushing her OF, and it's a half naked girl, but like you click on it and there's like no escaping. Now I'm almost afraid to open up replies on any post because there's just gonna be people plugging their OF with like them shoving a like dildo in their butt.
God,
like
it's gonna get worse.
Like it's literally like full nude corn on Twitter.
We're here on the OF like
Yeah.
we're like at the arc.
You think we're going up with it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's about to get really bad.
I'm about to throw a whole different wrench in this. For the first time, so I enabled on Google, it was like, do you want to enable AI responses or something now? So I did it. It is now starting to generate images and content. So like on Google, if I search purple Lamborghini, it's starting to generate AI purple Lamborghinis in place. Like once all these AI bots can generate that shit, because like think how annoying it is right now and it's just a bunch of girls promoting their OF. What happens when a bunch of dudes write bots to promote AI OFs? You know what I'm saying? Like when AI can generate nudes of a girl on the fly, they're just gonna have bots on Twitter posting it non-fucking stop. The internet will be flooded.
It's
with
about
just,
to get real bad.
I mean, I thought that when I used Google the other day and it's generating images and I'm like, this is a game changer. Anything you search for, it's generating an image and showing you that instead of a real image.
Okay, Joe.
So now there's no shortage of anything on the internet.
From a nerd's
So
perspective,
Joe looks at AI porn.
yeah,
And it's not that great yet, dude.
Joe's
I
like,
but
blonde hair.
well, no. See, the problem is Texas banned all porn, but they can't ban AI because there's no person.
Texas
behind
banned.
It. Yeah, dude. Go on Pornhub on your phone. Try it.
You can't go on
No, it'll tell you got to get a VPN.
any corn website.
All the big ones. Yeah.
What are the big ones?
I don't know. I'm not a
Joe's got Joe's like, well, you got bigjuicybutts.com,
Yeah.
and then you got
yeah, but no, most
Small
most of
elbows.
them are. Yeah, that's the thing. It's been like that for a couple months now.
what?
Yeah, Texas. said
Okay,
no.
Joe, in your professional opinion, how do you stop this from getting out of control?
We're past that point.
But like, what
It's
what,
too far
what,
gone,
what can
dude.
be done?
Nothing.
Or now with more and
Shut 'em
more
all down.
accounts, more and more. It's just like more and more competition on OF. It's gonna be.
Well,
you gotta
dude,
get
go look at
sluttier,
your.
sluttier.
So if you go to your Instagram DMs and then you go to the ones that are like hidden by default, it's all bots.
Bro, I have to delete
It's
every
hundreds of
post
bots.
Outfleet makes or I make the first in the first
Oh,
2
it's like-
minutes. I get at least like 5 to 9
Like
yeah. I have to go block,
naked
block,
butt
block,
cheek
block.
like accounts that it's
I mean,
like
social media and OF and stuff are
I'm
gonna
like,
have to figure
Outfleet
out
team,
how to.
can we not block? Do I really have to go block this?
Yeah, they're gonna have to figure out how to block bots better. But it's just, I mean, it's getting to the point where it's kind of hard to tell now. Like we're getting to that point where like bots can answer
Looking
fucking
good,
questions
daddy.
and stuff.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and you're like Christian's
I'm like, it's
"Thanks."
a picture of board shorts.
Nice.
I sent Christian a tweet earlier that I saw. I mean, I knew this was coming, but like, there's a company that they basically took a picture of a girl in a dress on a white backdrop, and then through this program, they can take the outfit the girl's wearing and put it on AI generated models in areas, backgrounds. So there was like a blue kind of like see-through arm like skirt, and then they had 5 other images of AI generated models in AI generated areas of your product. I'm like, clothing shoots are going to be obsolete. You just need to take a photo of like a person wearing it, and it'll put it on the most attractive dude, chick, cat, whatever it is.
Yeah.
If you like a lay flat you like, just get your logo on it.
Same with product photos.
It's so easy now.
Like for sour strip, you just take 2 pictures and then have the AI generate a bunch of them for you.
Yeah. You know, I have actually been using. Do y'all like improve your emails with ChatGPT?
100%. I
It's
paste
so
all of them in
good.
there.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, but I say like very professional just to fuck with people at the company. Cause like if you read the emails I'm sending, like I ain't writing that shit. it's always like crazy big ass words and shit. I'm like, this ain't me.
It's so wild.
Heidi uses it all the time.
Oh, I use
just
it.
don't really write emails. But
even for text messages and stuff. If you ever have
who
like
you
a
texting that you need chat
no, I'm
GPT?
saying like if you ever need to send like a text that you don't want to send. Like I don't know, like if you're to turn somebody down for like a promotion or something. If you have ChatGPT write that, because sometimes as a human, I'm like I can't figure out how to word that.
I have a good deck to show you for this like investment for this retail thing. I'm like, Chelsea, just ChatGPT it. Way better.
So you can go to ChatGPT and say like, here's what they sent me. Give me a response that lets them down but doesn't hurt their feelings. And like it does it in such a great way. And I'm like, I never even would have thought of doing it this way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, stuff like that is wonderful for.
I think, I mean, I know we've talked about this a bunch, but like copywriter jobs gone.
Yeah.
Like I'm fully gone because the fact that you can, whether it be a job posting, job offer, email, question, like what ChatGPT can do to like your terrible ass, like couple sentences of what the multi-paragraph thing you wanted to create is godlike. Like it's.
Did you see the new voice? The
I have seen that.
440. That's like, it's hard to tell it's a fucking AI. Like it sounds like, I guess they used Scarlett Johansson. So they asked her if they could use her voice and she said no. And then they did it anyways. And then she threatened to sue them. So now they're changing it.
They can use my voice.
That would be terrible. But like, dude, you give that technology to like scam callers, everyone's grandmas are done.
Yeah.
Like if they could take your YouTube videos, pipe that audio, generate a voice based on you, and then call your mom with your fucking voice.
They better not.
And
Mom, I need your credit card.
Yeah, it'd be so hard to tell. That's the problem with us being on social media so much is like it's really easy to train. There's so many videos of you. If I took all the audio and piped it in one of these AI voices, I could generate a Christian voice pretty fucking easy because I just use all your reference. It's kind of the nice part of if you don't have social media, like there's no record of your voice somewhere to use to train a model.
Oh, man.
I did have fraud 3 times on my credit. So
same with videos and stuff. Like I can take, there's so many videos of you guys that I can take all that video and build we're not far off of building an AI version of Max with your voice that looks like you that can generate videos on the fly. Maybe not like running around the gym, but just like a talking head. We're
talking about sour strips.
Yeah.
Hey, dude. Yeah. I could see it already.
Derp, give me margarita.
That's probably what it is.
Man, I think the future
It's scary.
Is now.
Is there any other like future things that are coming you think are gonna fuck their whole world up? AI is a big one.
No.
I mean,
I think the low level drive, you know what pissed me off actually? I haven't been to Taco Bell in a long time. Taco Bell's great.
no, it's not. But okay, keep going.
It's really good sometimes. Taco Bell, I walked in and there's a guy behind the register and I like went to order. He's like, no, you got to go over there. And he like pointed me to a tablet on the wall. And I'm like, so you're here, but you won't take, you cannot place an order with a human. You have to go use their fucking tablet. Damn. I'm kind of like, what? Like, if you don't want, I don't know.
But it makes sense.
Yeah, it is not. Once you learn how to use it, it's nice. But if you're like a 90-year-old lady, like you're not going to figure that out.
But they'll just be like, oh, put your age, and then it'll like in the future it'll make it age appropriate for like it'll make the font bigger. It'll simplify what the order things are. Like I'm sure you can put your age in.
I will say the one nice part about that I'm hoping goes to every restaurant. Imagine like we go to Papacitos a lot. Imagine when you go to Papacitos and you type in your phone number and then you can just hit like repeat last order or like history and because we order the same fucking thing, but you got to sit there and go through the whole.
That's not going to happen at a restaurant.
I bet it does. It's already happened. Like that's the nicest part about like Taco Bell or whatever. You just tap last order.
Last order.
That would be nice to have at like the big like a steakhouse because you probably order the same thing every time. You have to go through the whole ordering and just hit the
Do
button.
it all the time at Panda Express.
Yeah, that's actually
repeat order.
They should bring that to like nice restaurants, like Mexican restaurant. If you ever do your stupid Mexican restaurant, you should definitely do
Not
that.
stupid.
Guess what's going on Uber Eats in like a month? Alpha Eats. Yeah, it would be able to like buy pounds of protein.
You're gonna have to jack up the prices on.
Yeah.
I have a friend that owns a restaurant, and he said that Uber Eats kills them.
It's like a 30% or something.
Yeah, so then they just jack the prices up 30% on Uber.
We were gonna
Eats.
do like 20%. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. Like you can't make money.
Who would be the clientele for Uber Eats or for Alpha Eats?
Me. I don't know.
Just stripping Christian to his house.
Yeah. How many protein by the pound? You can't get that anywhere.
The grocery store.
Yeah, but like cooked and delicious from mom.
I don't want to promote,
but not from your mom.
Competitor. Have y'all seen the Just Meats company?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good. I don't want to promote it.
What is it?
No, I saw Nick
It's like
Bear
they
promote
just do like you can order like just a pound of ground chicken that's already like cooked basically. You just heat it up.
Yeah.
And they have like steak, like fajita beef, like but it's instead of a whole meal. I think so. Instead of a whole I think it's refrigerated. But it's just meats. But I'm like that's kind of genius because it's a lot easier for like a facility to package that.
No, I've been
I wonder
contemplating
if it's good.
ordering that.
Man, that's what you want to know what like wealth buys? It's your
Food.
time. Well, yes. Just like tables. No, but like your time back. I've started like when Taylor and I will go cook. I mean, unless we're having a factor meal, then like the other day we're like, oh, we want to make this like kind of healthy pizzas, right? So we're like, okay, I want it to have, Taylor wanted to have, onions and green bell peppers. You can buy the onions and green bell pepper, but for an extra $2, you can buy one already all chopped up. And I'm like, great. And then
Been doing it for years.
bro, we wanted to make like buffalo chicken. Guess what? They sell just pre-shredded chicken at HEB. It's already done for you.
But you know how we know we're like in the fucked up future or we're getting there? Maybe it's just where I live because in Houston there's a lot more people and stuff. But I noticed that like every car on the fucking road is Uber, DoorDash, Lyft.
How
Like
do you know that they're
because they have a little thing in there.
It's a lot.
I'm behind somebody and they're like slow and they don't know where to turn and they're always looking at a phone. And then when you go around them because I'm all pissed off, it's like DoorDash or whatever on the thing. But same with like if you go to the grocery store, at least in Houston, I'd say 75% of the people in the
Uber
grocery
Eats
store are
or
picking up
Favor.
food. Yeah, they're on their fucking app like filling their carts.
okay? This is
Like how many fucking people work for?
no. This
I need
is
to
good.
piss real bad. Take a break. 2 minutes. 30 seconds.
Okay, I'll just talk with Joe. Okay, Joe. What are your thoughts on like the whole like order like Uber
Yeah.
like ordering your groceries
I've never done it.
to either
but
be
it makes
delivered
sense.
or picked up at the grocery store? I'm against it.
pickup. I'm okay with delivery. I've never done either.
Half the fun of going to the grocery store.
I take that back. I was sick as fuck with the flu, and I used Instacart to get some NyQuil. That was the only time I've ever used Instacart.
The problem is it doesn't take away all of the like, it doesn't make it super convenient because I still essentially have to stay by my phone because there's a 50% chance that what I want it doesn't actually have it. Oh, I got to do another flavor. So I got to sit there. I might as well go to the store. And
I don't know. That's a hard one, dude, because it's all about your time. I think that all the time where I'm like, I'm going to stop using DoorDash so much. But then if I'm working on a fucking web project and I need to get it done.
like
and
the
I'm
Sour
charging-
Strips website.
Yeah. I'm charging $300 an hour to fucking work on this website.
You're charging me what?
We'll get to that later. But I guess when I look at it that way, then I'm like, okay, I'm paying an extra $20 to not have to leave to get my food delivered. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But at the same time, then you start falling into that every day I'm door dashing, and next thing I know, I'm spending $100 a day on fucking Chipotle. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know how you like justify the like time is money. So I don't know. Occasionally I do use it.
I kind of like the experience of going into the grocery store. Like, yeah, it's annoying when like there's a shit ton of people, but like when I'm going in to just get stir fry, and I know I always pick up Sour Strips every single time. Obviously, I have to boost the data, skew the data. I'm always like, what other stuff they got? Is there some new stuff I don't even know about?
I don't mind going I'm cool going to the grocery store. But I DoorDash and Uber Eats a lot. I do use that more than I would like to.
It's an experience.
You know what I don't like too is now like pizza. I've noticed a couple places that used to deliver. Now when you go to click like delivery, it says like open on DoorDash. Like there's a pizza place by me that used to do delivery, and now when you click delivery, it auto forwards you to DoorDash. I guess they just don't want to pay their own delivery drivers anymore.
That's how Chick-fil-A is. You can
Guess
get it
it makes
delivered,
sense,
but it
but-
goes through the DoorDash.
I kind of
app.
like the Papa John's sends a Papa John's guy. I kind of appreciate that I don't have to like go through a separate app.
Yeah, that would be weird if I got a Domino's pizza delivered by a Uber Eats driver.
That's where they're
DoorDash.
going. I think that maybe it's cheaper for the company. I don't know. I've noticed a lot of companies have started doing that.
Do you think pizza delivery
We're getting real deep here.
is ever like that's been such a thing that's just been the same for? It's like, hey, I want to order pizza, and there's so many options of frozen pizzas, but people just still are like, yeah, I love ordering a pizza and getting someone driving it to my house.
A friend of mine, Aiden, claims that Papa Murphy's is like the best thing in the world, but I don't understand this concept
What's
of
Papa Murphy?
you order a frozen pizza.
Oh, hell no.
And then you have
Hell
to cook
no.
it.
Hell no.
And it's not that much cheaper. Like it's like $7 plus delivery or
Hell
$8, but I'm
no.
like, you can get a medium. It's like the same price as the cooked pizza.
I haven't ordered a pizza
I did this weekend.
in years. I mean, I'll do like
Years?
a mod pizza. I'll sometimes, but not like I haven't done Papa John's in like at least 2 years, 3 years.
Domino's,
Yeah.
45% of the time,
Sundays.
it's not a perfect pizza.
Yeah.
No, 70% of the time it's not perfect. But that other
do you mean?
30%.
Oh, like you just didn't
because
cook
it's
it
like
right?
it's like
Yeah.
too flat, or like it's not like there's no. You know what? You know what my problem with pizza places is? Pizza places need to have consistent. Like when I order a medium pepperoni pizza, it should be within a 5% difference every fucking time.
Yeah, it's always a crust that's not like cooked enough.
Sometimes it's high, low, but I'm just like, it's the same ingredients. Put it in the thing for the, like, there should be standards, so it's the same. But
I've been fighting this battle with Starbucks for the last 3 years.
oh my God,
I'm chasing
bro.
the dragon, dude. 99% of the time I drink shit, but that one time that it's good,
That's
it
what
makes all the other ones
There's
worth
so
it.
many times I get angry at Domino's, but when you get that pizza, that's the perfect
say-
everything.
Starbucks is worse, dude. I'd say 90%. I order the same fucking drink every morning, and I get a different fucking drink every morning. It is never the same. I don't understand how they. Sometimes it's all milk. Sometimes there's no coffee. Sometimes it's too much coffee. I don't understand. I'm like, you think it would just be like
pay $8.
Yeah, I know, but you would think it's just like this much of this much of this, and this, and you put it in there and it's the same. But
That's
it's
how you know
different every fucking morning.
That's how you know a brand is like so powerful, because there's been plenty of times, bro. I get literally verbally, I curse in the car, which might not be good for this food establishment, but at Chick-fil-A, I love Chick-fil-A. I get it. I might get it today. But every time I have to, they mess up my order, they forget something, and on the receipt it says it, but they just fuck it up, man. And I get so mad because it happens so many times. They either, oh, I ordered grilled nuggets, says grilled nuggets, get regular nuggets. Oh, I wanted all these things down on the sandwich, it gave it. Oh, I ordered a grilled chicken sandwich, I got a fucking club. Oh, I wanted all the sauce, didn't come with the sauce. I'm like, so I need to pull over after I get my meal and individually look at everything, because I can't trust them anymore.
That's the thing about Chipotle.
But I still go
ordering
back.
Chipotle.
Yeah, you have to get Chipotle there.
Yeah, you have to do it in person.
for sure.
Yeah, as for double rice, I get like 2
I
pieces of rice.
never order it for pickup or anything. I need to visually monitor portion control.
Yeah.
Yeah, while we're on this topic, Chipotle, someone needs to explain to Chipotle employees, there's a difference between extra chicken and double chicken. If I say double chicken, I want 2 times the amount. Because anytime I'm like, give me double chicken, it's always like a full scoop and then like half of another scoop. I'm like, no, that's extra chicken. I want double
That's why
chicken.
you just got to go, can I get a little bit more?
Yeah,
And
but then they get like mad at you.
Have you seen the thing where they start filming? You film your
I saw
Chipotle
that.
order?
No,
And
is
they
that-
give you way more rice.
Oh, shit, maybe
and,
I'll start
way-
doing that.
Yeah, just like with your iPhone. Can I get and just like
Yeah.
boom.
Well, apparently, I don't know if this is accurate, but apparently the CEO sent an internal memo that said that Chipotle's getting some bad press. So if you see anyone filming, make sure you give them healthy portions, because we don't want, basically we want to look as good as possible.
Yeah.
So now there's the conspiracy that if you film,
I might
they know
try
that-
that because I get pissed. I'm always no beans, double rice, and it's always the normal amount of rice. And I have to ask like 3 times, and they'll give me like 2 extra pieces of rice. I'm like, no, double. Just
yeah, all
double
this
in
would
the
get
bowl.
solved if they had larger spoons that they
Yeah.
slide the top off of, so that's like, hey, this is 2 ounces of meat, like
But I
you get
think
every time. Like,
How many people though? Like how many people don't call them out? Like how many times a day does someone get like a little bit less chicken or a little bit less rice and just lets it go? And like that over the course of a year across thousands of locations, probably saving them a shit
Bro,
ton of
in
money.
Florida, I got charged for a second scoop of rice.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, I'd freak out if
they charge you for tortillas now.
Yeah, I know that.
It's like a quarter or something.
Well, same Starbucks used to do free water, but now it's only free if you buy coffee.
Hey, I have a Chipotle hack that I think no one has ever heard of before or said. This is a Max exclusive. Okay, it's not the. Oh,
So the quesadilla burrito wrap.
nope. You ready for this one? Now this is to give you an idea of how penny pincher I've been my whole life. Okay, so here's what you do. Let's say you want chips and salsa. Okay, if you get chips and salsa, there's a fee for the chips and then the salsa. It's like an extra, so you can get chips and then the chips and salsa is a little bit more because you want the salsa with the chips. But
Sauce on the side.
if you just get, hey, can I get a side of the salsa for my meal? That is free. Then you use that for the chips.
And you just order chips.
You save like a quarter.
Nice.
I've been doing that my whole life. I've saved millions of dollars. It's revolutionary stuff. All right, I think I'm going to wrap this up here. Been a little over an hour. We got some important stuff going on. I got important business things. Man, I tell you, I feel more and more like you the more that Sour Strips grows, because I'm like, damn, I really have a lot on my plate to do. I'm like, this was kind of what Christian...
Can we start doing these on Friday at like the end of the
I
day?
could actually do Fridays because Thursdays.
Y'all are killing me middle of the day on Thursdays.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like that I get my haircut on Thursday morning, so I'm always fresh. But I could do Friday.
Yeah, Friday afternoon would be
Are
much
y'all down to
easier.
keep doing these pods?
Yeah.
Do you like them?
Yep, I might need
We
you
got-
guys as a guest on I'm building a little room right now.
Yeah?
Where
Wait, in the new house?
no, at Alphaland.
Okay.
So it's right next to who's the office? What how there's two, like it was Oz office and like who's the second, Callie?
Yeah.
So in her office, I'm building a little mini studio.
That's a tiny fucking.
Yeah.
That's tiny. For a podcast for multiple people?
Two people maybe.
Bro, it's like an 8x10 room.
It might have been tweaked or something. It's pretty big. It's not that big, but it'll work. It'll work. We're putting lights on the ceiling and stuff. So, yeah.
You copying me? Is it a podcast?
No, it's like a sit down style videos.
With multiple people and where you talk about random topics?
Yeah,
With
maybe
microphones?
similar. Maybe similar.
Might be a podcast.
I might be getting the same headphones too because I like these.
Just so we're up to date on current events before we sign off here, I think we find out like today or tomorrow if
What the Jeep details are, right?
If Trump's getting, I think the verdict's
Oh,
like,
he's going into jail or something.
he's not going to jail, but I think the verdict is like this week. Like I think the trial is
Of what?
the trial's over and now the jury has to,
Wait, if he gets
it's a whole thing.
prosecuted, can he not be president?
Or if he gets prosecuted, I mean, they're going to try to send him to jail. It's a whole fucking thing.
I think when you have that
It's-
much money, you don't go to jail. Like
Well,
you-
so here's the thing, right? He can appeal it, but the appeals process takes such a long time that it would really hinder. If they do find him guilty, I don't think he's going to jail, but I think it will affect his ability to run for president and everything
I
else.
bet someone in the comments goes, of course Joe had to talk about
I'm saying
fucking
it's
Trump.
if we're talking about like up to date shit. That is this week, I think, is the final.
Wait, so
trial's over.
so if it went
It
bad
is
for
up to the
Trump,
jury right now.
if it went bad for him,
Yeah,
Biden's president, guaranteed.
someone else can run in the
Who?
Republican side. I don't know. I mean, someone would. They're not just gonna. No, there's no default to the presidency.
I thought it was
someone
only
You see
would run.
between-
Nikki Haley signing that fucking bomb?
What?
Huh?
Nikki Haley signing
Signing a bomb.
Who's Nikki Haley?
She was running for president for
Yeah, I know who it
Republican.
is, but what do you mean signed a
She
bomb?
literally like signed
Nikki
Oh,
Haley?
a
She has-
missile, like a
a
bomb.
missile that Israel had that we were giving. They gave missiles. She signed, wipe them out or some shit like that. Signed Nikki Haley. There's
I
photos.
mean,
There's photos of her.
Depending on which side you're.
So we don't
This
like
is
Nikki
this
Haley.
is fucked up.
No.
Well, it depends
Well,
on
she
what
has
side you're
two
on.
first-
If you're on
she has two
Israel's
first
side, you
names.
love her. So after 9/11 first happened, I always thought this was like a myth and like no, it's real. We had military, like people in the military were dipping bullets in fucking pig's blood and like pig's fat just to fuck with people.
Wait, what
Because
would
like
that do?
for Muslim, like they can't eat pork or whatever, and the idea was like they're shooting terrorists with like pork dipped like rounds.
I think when
And those
you're
are real. There's literally a video of them doing it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like some of our troops were like fucking dipping bullets in like fat and shit.
so
and
after
putting
you
in the
kill
gun.
someone, you think they're gonna be extra mad?
No,
that
I
they're
think it was
dead
more like a
and-
funny, like, ha, look what we're doing. Like, we're going to kill you with.
That's distasteful.
It's very similar to her signing a fucking missile that's going
But they're
to.
killing
wild,
innocent.
bro.
Are they killing innocent people?
No, we were killing terror. I don't fucking know. U.S. military does all kinds of shit, but we were technically killing the people responsible for 9/11.
Hey, I got a government question. I
Yeah.
watched a movie recently called, which actually was pretty good, honestly. You should watch it. Jason Statham, Beekeeper.
I've been
I haven't seen it yet.
contemplating buying that
It's
for
a
like
good- it's a good
3
movie.
months.
Bro, speaking of one real side tangent,
Yeah.
I bought Fall Guy
$24.99.
$24.99,
Yep.
but I got really sleepy and fell and
Oh, you
stopped
gotta rent
halfway. And 2 days later, I have to rent it again to watch
Yeah.
the second fucking
That's
half.
why you just
You have
buy
48
it.
hours to finish it.
the
That's
fuck
why you
is
pay
that?
you pay an extra $5 to buy it, but then all of a sudden it comes out on HBO Max, and you're
Yeah.
like Dune 2. I bought Dune 2. Now it's on HBO Max.
you like it?
I think I give it like an 8.7.
That's high. That's very
Well,
high.
guess what? I'm just not gonna see the second half because I ain't paying.
Was it good?
The first half was
I saw the monkey movie.
Monkey Man.
No.
King
I saw
of the
that.
Apes.
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
Wait, what? Wait, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about it.
The new Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
I just saw it.
What do you think? This is really important. I need to know exactly what you think about it.
Did you see it?
No. This would be funny. Just tell me what you think.
I would say, I mean, it was good. I would say 7.5.
Okay.
7.2.
Taylor and I went to a movie. I walked out of the movie with a text from my mom that
Yeah.
says, "We were at the new Planet of the Apes movie. Don't waste your money. It sucked." Full caps! Exclamation points.
What about the Mad Max one?
I want to see that. 'cause I like
it's like
Mad Max.
6 out of 10. I watched
Is
it.
it like-
Furiosa.
Did you watch the first Mad Max?
Yes.
Or not first, but the. Okay.
It was all right.
It's like kind of weird. It's like you don't really know what's happening.
I
That's
just
how
feel like
Mad
the
Max
first one was
though.
better.
Well, first
It
one was
was
like an actor you
good.
liked.
It was good.
Don't watch it. Don't pay for it.
Wait, this is back to my thing. Okay, wait, what was I saying before
You lost
Fall
it
Guy?
because you didn't.
Oh, Beekeeper.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Beekeeper, this doesn't ruin it, but basically a beekeeper is this like super secret government thing that
Yeah.
basically says that their whole job is like they basically have it's like even the highest security doesn't know about them.
Yeah.
And the beekeepers are like they basically have they can kill anyone because their decisions, they've been deemed people that any decision that they make is approved because of like their level of whatever. And even if like the president, like they could they can hurt, maybe not a president, but they can hurt anyone, kill anyone,
Yeah.
kill police. It doesn't matter because they're a beekeeper. Do you think that there's actually secret sections of the government where they could do that?
Not that openly, but yes.
Yeah.
There's
If you're
shit
a-
goes down in the president or the government that we
If
don't
you're
know
a
about.
diplomat, I see those diplomat license plates.
Yeah.
Can you do anything you want?
They get away with a lot. Remember that video a long time ago, the diplomat's son in the Ferrari, like driving around Los Angeles, like crashing into shit and stuff,
I've never
and
seen
they
a
couldn't go.
diplomat license plate.
They always have like
I mean,
two
in
numbers
Houston,
or
you don't see them
something.
too much, but
I saw them a lot in Virginia.
yeah, I mean, they essentially, I think the way that works is like their house is treated as, so their property is treated as an extension of that country. So we do not have any authority to go on their property. So I know what happened in LA was this kid was fucking around in his like brand new LaFerrari and like crashed it and shit, and then just went to his house, and the cops got there, but they literally could not go. Like they were just standing there waiting to get, I guess, a go ahead from FBI. I don't know who they have to call. They physically could not go arrest him because they can't go on his property.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
But I thought the ape movie was, it's not a,
That's fine. You like shitty movies.
there's
dude.
no people in it. This one's
it's
like
about monkeys, Joe.
yeah, but on the other Planet of the Apes is like the struggle between like the actors and the monkeys and stuff. This one was just about the monkeys. Like this was just like the monkeys have taken over now.
Well, I want y'all to know that I am actually a beekeeper, and I'm going to beat the fuck out of both of you after this podcast.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the movie poster for Beekeeper, I thought
I really
it was
thought
a
it was
superhero
about
movie about a guy
bees.
that turned into bee. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I thought
He's
like
a-
Jason Statham could like go into bees and come back out or something.
What?
Yeah, I had to read
tra-
the caption to like
Yeah.
understand.
I mean,
I thought it was like a Marvel hero
He
or
is a
something.
beekeeper. He does.
I know,
keep
but like
bees.
I thought it
No,
was
but
a
he keeps
superhero
bees.
movie.
maybe I'll do that at my new 7.5 acres.
Yeah,
No, I wouldn't fuck around with bees, dude.
bees are cool.
Heidi's allergic. So.
Oh, I wouldn't fuck around with bees then.
I demolished a giant hornet's nest the other day and like almost killed myself trying it because I'd like lean out of a window and like lean over to get this spot because I couldn't reach it, and I almost fell in my pool like from the second floor, but I didn't, so that's good.
They do something. I forgot what it was though.
Hornets? No, they don't.
No, they do have some.
Nope.
I think they eat spiders or something.
No, I think
Wasps do have a purpose, just not as much as bees do.
no, I think it's widely accepted that you can spray wasp nests and no one's gonna get mad at you.
I don't. Yeah, maybe. I'm just saying. I think they do have. Like, I think if wasps went extinct, there is like a problem that would happen. I don't know. What it is, but-
I just have a bad traumatic childhood with bees, and I have like, I think every bee's out to get me.
What are those? The bugs that make a lot of noise. The
Cicada?
Yeah, that's about to get crazy this year.
I don't think not here though, but yeah.
They're bad by my house.
Well,
Imagine
yeah,
you're
no,
on
there's
7 acres.
something to do with
We're not
the
by the lake
eclipse or something.
Is it by? Are they by water or no?
It was up north. I mean, we have them here too, but there was two different, like I think
Two
called a
states.
brood. There's two different like things where they're gonna hatch on the same like day, which is never. It hasn't happened for like 100 years or something.
Yeah, like Ohio or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
it was like the
cicadas need to
northern.
fucking shut the
I mean,
fuck
no,
up.
we're talking about
honestly.
like billions of them.
That's
Like-
too many.
Like yeah.
You
It'd
know,
be a problem.
frogs make some noise too, just ribbiting and croaking. It's like, come on, like, why do you gotta make all that damn noise, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, and then your mom. No, okay. I'm gonna end this podcast here. Are we gonna film again next week?
Yep.
What? Dang, the new candy will be out.
I might have a new car.
Hey, do we film the day of or before we go get
Oh.
wacky, or do we film on Saturday when we're hungover? Nah, Friday.
Friday.
Saturday might be more fun.
I don't really like drinking anymore.
Yeah, but we're gonna.
Yeah, because what if we do it Friday and then the launch goes terribly?
It's not gonna go terribly.
Okay.
This
What
is
if the website doesn't work?
I told Joe that I wanted this website done. I think I said by the end of April.
Yeah, things took a little bit.
And you know what I actually said that I was going to throw in there, and you probably would have agreed to it back then? I should have said, for every day it's late, I want $25 off the fee.
I would never agree to that.
You're 3 weeks past.
It's done. We're just making little tweaks to it
It's
now.
not done.
It is done. No, I promise you it's done.
This
We already
new
tested
candy.
everything.
This new candy is the amplify legging of our sour strips.
Damn.
Yeah. To put that in perspective,
Better close your eyes.
but for the butt cheeks,
Yeah.
I only have eyes for Taylor's butt cheeks,
Yeah, me too. Right.
and I freaking love those butt cheeks. Okay.
Before I do. I was like, wait, what? He's like, me too, me too.
All right, new episodes every Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, unless you don't get one. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Eat more sour strips, and ever forward.
Peace.
Woof.